Welcome to this YCC under-20 mixed game here against Mufabots against Powerline, the 4-5 game. I'm David Price here with Emmy Fitzgerald. We have started a bit late due to Mufabots only just turning up, but they are just circling up now. Emmy, what are your initial thoughts on these two teams?
Well, you can see San Diego Powerline taking advantage of a little bit of extra time to get pumped up. KJ Koo, the captain, really rousing the crowd. KJ, a very athletic player out of the San Diego area. He is part of Team Eric, and fun fact, he and I were both part of Team Eric at Layout, playing in beach tournament together.
Yeah, and the conditions here, as you've probably been watching earlier, still very windy, a bit less rain, thank goodness. So I definitely think that potentially the Powerline who got here earlier will benefit from getting here earlier. They were practicing throwing when we got here, and I was talking to Emmy and saying, like, I was actually quite impressed with how some of particularly the girls on Powerline were handling the wind in a very competitive way. But now Mufabots will be pulling to the Powerline, and there's their captain Koo, just straight away fielding to Barry. A lovely swing onto this side with Brown. Brown taking a deep shot. Oh, and well defended there by Mufabots. Now coming back this way with 53, Stewart. Eventually we get it centered. Now both teams have transitioned, one into offense, one into defense. Back again with 53, Stewart. And it looks like Powerline have got a little bit of a zone look here. Oh, and a foul call there. It was a bit of a interesting shot selection, shall we say.
Going into very tight spaces, but looks like the foul will not be contested.
So that's Quattrucci. She wants a reset and finds Stewart. It looks like Mufabots potentially struggling a little bit with this zone. Another reset with Tan. Tan goes down the middle. Nice find to Pipier. He resets to Wasserman. Fakes the hammer. And there's no double team because number 11 was still in the way, but she does eventually get it now with Quattrucci. Still with Quattrucci. Finds a reset, bit of give and go. Goes high and the disc just floating over the defender. And now we're back with Powerline who go deep straight away. Reeled it in, number 21 there, fantastic read. That's Kendrick Koo taking the first goal for San Diego.
And the zone looked like it was pretty effective that Powerline was putting against Mufabots. Forced very tight throws, but as soon as they got the turnover, just straight shot right into the end zone.
Yeah, I think it was maybe 3 passes. Very efficient once they got it moving. Yeah, I think they always had pressure. All those little jinky little throws. There was always a Powerline player right there. So I think the only time they really looked like they might get through was that through the middle shot that I think it was Kevin Tan took. But now we're back on. Mufabots having a chance to hold their own offense. So the O-line now out. Nelson.
Scores 1-0. All under, Mar! All under!
Go back under, Mar.
Go tight! Go tight!
Yeah, Mar's on more.
Someone has to when you want to attack this. Yeah. No, last week it was like a lot of bodies. Yeah, you want to go play. Like somebody laid out and got hit. And like
Nice!
Yes! Crossfield Abby! Crossfield Abby! Look at Abby! Backhand to Abby! Isaac out! Backhand to Abby! Look at Abby!
2-0. Letting him get behind it.
With Brown. Oh, no, fantastic inside shot. There the goal for Daniel Landsman, and another break for San Diego, up 3-0.
Calvin Brown recording the assists so far. At least 2 of the 3 points for Powerline have come from the newly graduated senior. What a nice inside low flick. But talk about great chemistry with the read from Landisman, knowing that he needs to be low to catch it.
Yeah, I definitely get a sense that the Powerline team have played a lot together. They trust each other. I mean, just on that point there, number 5, who have already been impressed by, maybe I mean 6, yeah. So Powerline with the pull.
And in the round before, Powerline beat Swing Vote 15-5. Whereas Mufabots lost to Seattle 14-5.
Right, okay. So also coming in with a loss is not easy as well. So again, Powerline, again with his own. It's like some sort of FSU, but again, there's that strike down the middle. I think that's the sort of position that Mufabots need to be in. And a lovely lefty backhand. This time, they do connect to number 31, Mariana Malin. And that's the first goal, and it's exactly what Mufabots needed.
And Malin doesn't need to leave her feet for this one. And I think you nailed it, David, that the zone is designed to make it very tricky near the disc, but if you can break through the cup, then it's off to the races. And that lefty backhand is so nice. Ultimate is a game of runs, and just stranger things have always happened, but especially this early on.
So Powerline Center to Brown. And it looks like it's his own, but a lot weaker maybe in terms of the force that we saw from Powerline. But we'll see how effective it is more upfield. So Brown and Lindemann playing well together. Sorry, Landsman. Some nice little handler movements here from Powerline. And there we go, they've broken through. Coup. And that's it, that's the point. I didn't even see they moved so quickly. I can't even see who scored it. I think it's number 5.
Yes.
And having a look at their roster, there are a lot of, appears to be a lot of family members that play. And well held by Nina Vaccaro. And they're asking whether she's in or out. Oh, and it looks like she was out, but fantastic grab there from Vaccaro.
Regardless of the outcome, that was incredible effort and athleticism on Vaccaro's part. And it's that kind of the habit, muscle memory. The next time she'll catch it in.
You literally stole the words from my mouth there. I was about to say the same. But now Powerline looking for another break. So Lazo to Landerson. And there's Hannah again. Now with 4. Dykes. Good movement there between the players. Oh, and a very tight shot there. That's a very hard throw to make in the same third.
You need a little bit more angle on that disc, but generally, a same third huck is not the choice you want to make.
Mufabots, though, have already moved it very quickly. Now at half. Peterson on this near sideline. Takes a fake, and then the reset with Eriksson. Eriksson wants to get it across the field. Easy reset to Peterson. Gets it straight back into Nelson. Nelson fakes and then takes on a deep shot. Will it sit in the corner? It looks like he just towed it in. Observer hasn't said anything. And the players now discuss whether number 3, Isaac Wasserman, one had control, whether he was in or
the end, so it is very hard to say, but if they're calling it down, I think they had the better perspective. Our camera, while it has a wonderful lens, it is on the other side of the field.
It was just a bit unfortunate there. I think the players did the best thing to discuss it, and we're now back with Powerline. Oh, and one of the Powerline players has gone down. I think just a trip. This back in. And that's Landersman. Finds a centering pass with Ava Hannah. Ooh, and Landersman almost giving up the disc, but does well to hold on to it. Continues that swing. Straight away getting it back. Landersman fakes and waits. Oh, and well played there by number 22. Ian McCoskey did just enough to off his player and poach in the lane. Now with Eriksson. Centers to Peterson. And still playing this zone Powerline, or appears. And well taken on a fantastic grab. This time definitely in for Isaac Wasserman of Mufabots. Now still down, but the score is 4-2.
And Wasserman did a great job keeping that patience in the end zone as the handlers were working it back and forth. That's enough of power position to see that continuation. Unquestionably in this time.
Yeah, and it was a very well placed disc. You could see, I think it was Lauren Hanna was just in between the thrower and the receiver, but she was facing the wrong way in terms of, like, she was face marking, right? And Peterson did very well to just throw around her and get it, and had the eye contact with his receiver as well.
So, despite getting to a slow start, Mufabots seeming to find their rhythm a little bit more.
Yeah, I think since they took the timeout, we've just traded it, I believe.
Mm-hmm. But gives a chance for the Powerline O-line to rest a little bit too. It's another benefit of running a zone. It also just slows the game down, typically, forcing more passes.
And in this case, it's been quite an exciting zone, actually. Normally, I would argue, some would argue that zones can be quite boring because, as you say, it slows the game down. But I think both teams have made it exciting. Some nice athletic plays. And now Mufabots pulling to Powerline. Not quite getting it to the brick, but Brown commanding his offense. There's number 5 again. Sadly, again, we still don't have her name. We'll try and get that at halftime. Now with Landesman. Brown going all the way around. That's a very well placed disc to Koo. Koo offsets to Brown. Koo and Brown just playing together, and we're knocking on the door now. Koo has a few options, but goes all the way around across the field. That's an absolute throwing clinic there to go up 5-2 from Powerline.
And that's a really good job of having the give and go on this near sideline and then shifting all the way over. Because in the meantime, the Madison defense was coming closer and closer in for that trap. But you really have to have a skilled throw to put that so accurately.
Further field. So now Mufabots seeking another hold. Straight away getting that disc moving. Now with 31. Malin. A lovely down the middle shot to 19. Ranabat. Again, that lefty doing great work, keeping that disc moving. McCoskey. Bit high there for Wasserman, but brings it down, takes it into the corner. Looks like that's a goal to me. Number 19, Nico Ranabat. Well, they are discussing, though.
It was a really great toe drag from Ranabat, regardless, but looks like with the discussion, it'll not be in.
So Ranabat gets it tapped in on that corner, and this is a hard place to be. But makes it look easy. To 22, Ian McCoskey, and a hold. I'm on break watch.
Love breaks from both teams.
And Mufabots pulling. Koo centers to 24. Now with Landesman with a deep shot. 3 passes into Brown. Easy goal for Powerline. Now up 6-3.
Whereas Brown has...
Yeah, that's another thing I was very surprised at. I mean, maybe it's just a common thing here. There's, what, there are 4 or 5 coaches per team of both these teams having, many coaches. And normally at club level we see 2, maybe 3 max.
Well, and from the youth division, it's helpful to have 2 or 3 coaches to call lines, game plan, but then talk to players individually.
Oh, and a slight miscue there from Mufabots. And they've coughed up a short field for Powerline. Immediately picking up with Ryan Barry. Finds Lauren Hanna. Again, just to get themselves set, they're playing between themselves, but now a bit more flow with Koo. Koo gets into Hanna, who just keeps on hold of it. Oh, and she punches one in to number 4, Michael Dykes, and that's another break for Powerline.
Anyone that wants to make the trip to sunny San Diego.
I was about to say, that's going to be hot, surely. That's going to be a hot
Breezy.
weekend.
It's sunny there, but breezy.
Okay.
It's compared to Texas, of course.
What breeze. So, Powerline again coming out with his own look. And Mufabots so far keeping the disc moving and managing to maintain possession. Big fake there, but didn't like the option. Number 9, Brower to Peterson. Sorry, Eriksson. Eriksson, lovely inside shot to Nelson. Nelson and Eriksson doing well, playing together. Oh, and that disc just bobbles out of the hands of Nelson. Even for him, a bit too tall.
And it was like a ladder, those little Chinese finger ladders that kept moving down the rungs.
So now Powerline will be looking to take half. Currently with Barry. A bit isolated, but there is a free receiver upfield there. And well found for Schwartz. Back to Barry. Little lefty. Oh, and a nice little toss pass there. Enjoying that reset. Potentially just rushes that continuation throw, giving it back to Mufabots.
And really good heads-up defense from Seaborn to run through it, get that D right on the goal line.
And a deep shot now. That's Seaborn looking for the double happiness, and he takes it.
Let's give the bookends to Jacob Seaborn. He rushes to get the D on one end, then sprints down to catch the deep look on the other.
A nice little throw there as well from Sebastian Brower. Pull is up. Fielded. Ooh, just about kept up by Powerline. Now with Brown, and he of course is looking deep. Landesman sprinting, got to get high, and he does, bringing it down emphatically for half.
One-handed snag. Landesman and Brown, quite the connection. It was flip-flopped the last time, Landesman throwing the huck to Brown. This time, look at that follow-through from Brown on the throw.
It's just so well read as well, how high Landesman gets.
It's like he's going up to shoot a layup, but instead catches the disc to take half.
Of expertise. But they're going to have to do a lot to get through this Powerline team. Who now pull. Fantastic pull there from Brown. And the rain has just started, I think, now. But now with number 5, Abby Peterson. Nice inside shot, but Malin just gets behind the Powerline defender and lofts one up. Well taken there by Ranabat. Shoves it in the end zone. And that's that hold that Mufabots are searching for. Number 23 there, Erica Collin with the goal.
Erica Collin, a 6'1" receiver, and knows where to go to get that spacing.
She's an inch shorter than me.
She's 7 inches taller than me.
She's a tall lady.
But not only height, she knows how to get to that space.
So Powerline able to center the disc at where it went out. A differing rule to one I'm used to. At Wooftuff, you would have to either take it from the sideline or from the brick, which is I quite like this rule. It's quite nice.
I think it makes sense, too, for what happens.
Immediately getting it to Landesman, who's looking deep. A streaking end zone for the number 5. She's playing a fantastic game. I'm also really annoyed that I don't have her name. But a very quick hold there from Powerline, up 9 against Mufabots 5.
Once again, very few passes for Powerline to convert. And that's the second goal. Though Powerline is up by 4. Their team spans from San Diego to northern LA. So that's about a 4-hour difference. lot of work for practices supported by Southern California Youth Ultimate, California Ultimate.
So again, Powerline not changing a successful recipe, still playing this zone. Now with Malin on the near sideline. Keeps it in the middle with McCoskey and Nelson. Nelson taking on a deep shot, but the receiver just slipped as the disc went up. So now the disc back with Powerline. Now with Koo. Koo. He's going deep. Both players underneath it. And very well read there by Mufabots. An emphatic D. It's number 19, Nico Ranabat.
Ranabat had perfect timing to just get enough of a swat on that disc.
And there he is again, Ranabat on the disc. Just keeps hold of it. Able to find McCoskey. McCoskey down the line, but it looks like, oh no, well read there. I thought Koo was going to come and get it, but Wasserman kept hold. Oh, but rushes the throw. Nelson not able to get it, and the run through D there for 84, Owen Schaff. Powerline doing really well, keeping that disc now moving. With 27, Ryan Barry. Barry finds a centre under pressure. With Dykes, back to Barry. Continues to Koo in that front corner, and that's a break for San Diego Powerline. Now up 10-5.
And whereas Mufabots had a really great block in the end zone, on the same token, the 15-year-old Owen Schaff is able to get it back. And you just see that control in the end zone offense for Koo to register his third or fourth goal of the game.
Very good heads-up bid from
to be more parts.
Yeah, I mean, last night the storm was incredible. But we're used to rain, us Brits, so it's fine.
It's true.
We're not not like some people from Colorado. I've heard about Colorado don't practice when it rains.
I cannot speak for that.
That sounds crazy. I mean, well, I'd like it verified, but that sounds crazy. Anyway, Mufabots taking a fantastic deep shot. Wind has picked up once. Oh, and a fantastic battle in the air. But 87, Jacoby Seaborn is having a fantastic game. Reels that one in. There's the hold for Mufabots. Now 10-6.
Seaborn, such an athletic reach. He has to reach behind him to grab it.
So let's get back to the game. That's Mufabots' pull, and that's a much better pull than the ones going the other way. Probably the downward advantage. The Powerline centers, quite deep receivers here. But Brown coming under. Looking deep and immediately rips one. Lauren underneath it. Perfectly read, front of the end zone. Fantastic goal there from Lauren Hanna. A fantastic shot from Brown. And that is 11 for Powerline, 6 for Mufabots.
And again, you see that powerful backhand from Brown. Lauren Hanna finding that separation. Manages to keep her eyes on the disc the whole time. But there's lots of beach areas to set up and play ultimate.
That's great. Well, lucky them. But now with Mufabots, really hoping they can keep this disc, and they take a deep shot as well. But Waz is one out the side of the pitch, a brick sort of distance on this sideline with Sudame. Sudam finds Bila. She gets across the field to Schwab. Oh, and almost gives it up, but Lazo does well. Centers, now at halfway. And here we go, Lazarman is underneath it. very hard to read, but well boxed there by guess who? Jacoby Seaborn, having a fantastic game on both ends of the field.
Seaborn is so skilled in that deep space on either side of the disc. And I liked the high release idea and put, but Seaborn had really good positioning.
Here we have Seaborn again on the disc. Another poachy set from Powerline. Ooh, just finds it. Number 22, McCoskey. As the wind does pick up, but he still takes on a shot. Defended once, and then twice. Somehow caught by number 4, Michael Dykes. Again goes with this high backhand. 3 Mufabots against 1. Powerline reeled in by Schwartz. Takes the reset to Lazo. Now we have all the players just about got through. Lazo finds 24, Sudam. Back to Lazo. And we're now in the red zone. Gets around to Schwab. Continues to Lazo. We're almost going to get this goal. We just need to keep the disc moving. Oh, Lazo wasn't expecting it, just fell off his hand.
Just bounced off of Lazo's shoulders.
So Wasserman picks up. And this is Coffin corner, but he gets it across the field. Number 2 there, Paige Olsen taking her time. With Seaborn now in the middle. Back to Wasserman. Wasserman looking for Seaborn. But well read there by number 19, Nina Ranabat. And there we go, our man, Seaborn with the goal. Now 11-7.
Seaborn gets a block in that point and then also gets the score. But really credit to both teams to really watching the disc as it has really high angles. An exciting game for both teams, and I think they've done a good job taking advantage. That pole went up and there was a bird flying across the field, nearly collided with the disc in the pole.
I don't think I've ever seen a pull hit a bird, so that'd be incredible.
It was really close.
But now with Powerline and Lauren Hanna in the middle. Big fake from 27, Ryan Barry. Resets to Hanna. This is good flow, but there's a pick upfield. Barry does find Landesman. Landesman goes down the line to Hanna, well reeled in. Not an easy catch, that. Now with 25, go. Good pickup from Landesman. It's all the way around, and a fantastic pickup by Hanna. Mostly when they've got turns, but
Amazing layout grab.
good pickup from Landesman. And a fantastic pickup.
Which is different from whiff-diff rules.
Yeah, I'm learning. Hanna takes that reset to Landesman. Another pick call. So maybe some of the players can give it back with Landesman, who's very much isolated right now. He wants a reset, has one. Oh, somehow does find its way to Hanna. Straight away continues. Now a lot of give and go with Go. And Hanna having a fantastic point, the two sisters. Landesman. Lasman around. Oh, and it just comes off the hand there of Go. So Mufabots with their first chance to break in this half, I believe. Taking on a deep shot. But just out of the reach there of number 12. Tenley Abbott and Landesman looking for this quick movement. So gets the disc moving with Hanna. They play with each other and almost mess that up. Landesman now slows it down. A lovely inside shot for one of the sisters. Good hold there. Gets it to her sister. Now with Go. Go with a deep shot. And well read there by the Mufabot 42, Kevin Tan.
It's in the deep space.
So yet again, Mufabots have a chance with Nelson. Now 9, Brower. Brower doesn't like Nelson's up the line cut. So is now fairly isolated, but does have a reset with Tan. Tan's though really low, but well picked up by Malin. The inside shot to 53, Stewart. Stewart wants to go down the middle, but has to get it to Brower. Bit of give and go, back to Brower. Ooh, and the disc just out of the reach of the, a lovely bid, but just out of that reach there for I can't see the number, sorry, 12.
It was Tenley Abbott, and she had a great heads-up play because she wasn't the initial receiver. Valiant second attempt.
Oh, very good down the line cut from Landersman, striking into that power position. Goes to Hannah, she bids. And I think she's in for a fantastic read and a great bid. That's now 12-7 for Powerline.
Amazing shot. First Landisman with that beautiful up the line cut. And then how about Lauren Hanna? It looked like she almost even slid into a parent, taping the game off the side.
Taking it from the brick. And again, Powerline have this poachy zone set, but this time Mufabots have got it moving down the middle much quicker. Now with Eriksson once more. And I love that shot across the field there to Wasserman. Wasserman with a deep shot, but very well defended. The girl there definitely had to pull out for possibly a fear of the play coming in. So Powerline looking for another break in this half, and Bieler, a fantastic high release. And a knifey shot there from Powerline. Couldn't keep the disc in Powerline's hands, so Mufabots trying to storm back down this field. Now with 3. Isaac Wasserman. He wanted to go down and around, but unable to be reeled in by the Mufabots receiver. Schwab will pick up. Disc is in. Oh, and Lazo under a lot of pressure. I think he's called a foul.
Because he caught it, but it's still worth calling a foul just so you can get up and readjust.
And takes a fantastic inside shot to Cloutier. Cloutier gets it into the end zone. Can't see who received it, but fantastic. Another fantastic break there for Powerline.
That was Molly Schwartz who caught that. She competed in a triathlon last weekend.
What?
And is now out here competing in a multi-day tournament.
Good for her.
At the beginning of the game, they were really working through mainly 2 or 3 people, and I was curious to see if they were able to find that depth. But as the game has gone on, they have found other receivers, which will prove successful as they go far along in the tournament.
So Mufabot will really want to go seek this hold. And so far, They've got it through to the past halfway. Nelson looking for, oh, that was really unfortunate. A sneaky find there for Brower, but he couldn't quite get hold of it. The pressure from Koo just putting him off.
And those are the types of errors that you hate to see, but also it's critical for players to have a really, really short memory when that happens. If Mufabots can get the disc back, they're in very favorable field position to score, but they need to prevent a lot of additional yardage.
Yeah, and from what we're seeing now, Powerline are doing really well at keeping that disc moving. It doesn't really look like anyone is a particular handler or receiver. They're all comfortable with it. And now with Koo, and he goes deep. Schaff. Oh, and he just turned his shoulders and it made it a bit harder for him to read. Did get a hand to it though. Oh, and Hannah almost got that D off Brower. Now with 11, Quattrucci. Quattrucci tries to thread the needle, but Powerline doing a fantastic job blocking that. I think that was Hannah.
She just stuck a hand out there, but that was all that she needed in a really tight space.
So Barry will pick up. Barry goes to the middle to Koo. Continues to Schaff. Now with Go. Go down the line to Hannah. Keeps it in and takes it high. Hannah around the back. Doesn't like the continue, but goes down the line and a fantastic layout. D, but looks like there's a call. No call. And that's a turnover. A great block there from number 19, Nico Ranabat.
Ranabat doing a good job with his matchups today.
And then we see a replay of it again.
And Koo was coming straight to the disc, but it was far enough out that it gave Ranabat a good line to get there. With a little bit of quad stretching at the disc.
Yeah, getting quite late in the game now. They're probably getting a bit tired. Really need to keep on holding this disc as they push one deep. Koo getting high there and reading it very well.
KJ was exactly where he needed to be to get that, but also kudos to Mufabots to know.
So now coming out of the timeout, Koo will pick up, marked by Nelson. Koo finds Go. Centers to Barry, back to Koo. And they're doing a good job of isolating players, but I think you could see there Koo asking for people to get involved. So in comes Hannah. Back to Koo. Go has gone. Go is getting it. Koo has put it. It's up high, but Nelson, sorry, not Nelson. That was McCoskey. Does well to catch up from behind Go and just uses his height advantage.
The float on that disc was a gift for McCloskey to get there and get the D. Go had steps, but he had to slow up a little bit because of the float there.
So now with Peterson, she gets it across to Nelson. Oh, and a very great heads-up D there. 76, Jacqueline Rusher taps it around the Mufabots player. That's a fantastic bit of defense.
Jacqueline Rusher, a 15-year-old freshman on the team. Just amazing, that calm and composure.
Oh, and a super placement there from Hannah into Koo. Well played there, Powerline, to take another break, 14-7.
And so you see players like Koo scoring, and that's who's on the stat sheet, but it does take the work and precision from every single member of the team. You have Rusher, who forces that turnover to give Powerline this opportunity to get the score.
And that throw as well from Hannah, absolutely perfectly placed. Hoping now they can at least hold and get their D-line back out. Powerline will be seeking to finish this game, and in doing so, a very deep pull. Now the disc with Eriksson. He's got themselves into the center of the oh, and Lazo, great defense there, really heads up. So now Powerline at half, Bieler fakes. And goes up and around. Lazo might have time. Oh, almost spiked out of the air there by Eriksson.
Eriksson had a great read on it. Lazo kind of rolls out of the way, make sure nobody gets kicked in the head.
The disc is coming across this side. Just about finds Malin. Then Lane. And Seaborn once more. Seaborn resets to Eriksson, continues. Oh, but again, very heads-up play there from Powerline, snagging the disc off Mufabots. Resets to Bieler, continues to Schwalb. This is all very good offense from Powerline, keeping the disc moving. Lazo with Bieler. Down the line to Lazo. Doesn't have many options upfield. Bieler keeps going. Now with Dykes. Dykes wants a deep shot, he's got one. Lazo, well defended.
And that was 2-on-1 coverage, so understandable that Lazo
gets it to Eriksson. Eriksson going high and around to Seaborn. Bit of give and go. Eriksson and Seaborn. Oh, well held there by Eriksson. He wants a deep shot to Seaborn. You can see him pointing in the end zone there. But eventually he comes under to receive. Oh, and I think the rush of blood to the head there a little.
It was a good look, but the execution.
Nice cut, John. John is playing great. I should have said that. Andrew! That was my bad.
An execution error, I would argue there.
The coaches saying, keep it moving, make it easy. I think that's pretty sage advice. A lot of times, coaches will say, and captains say, take the easiest throw available. Sometimes that's something fancy, but it doesn't have to be.
And now with Eriksson just about from Seaborn. He wants it back with Seaborn and gets that. Continued to Wasserman. Centers to Eriksson. Oh, and a scuba. I haven't seen how many of them, but absolutely batted out of the sky there. I think that was I actually can't tell which number it was, but fantastic D there. Oh, it's Russia once again. Oh, and Bieler just rushes that throw, the wind pushing it down.
So the wind is picking up, but both teams seemingly able to take or wanting to take more risky shots.
An absolutely huge goal there for Wasserman. That was Wasserman from Seaborn. almost the same as the earlier goal from Hannah. Out of nowhere, and a point where we had many turnovers ended in ecstatic fashion. And here we see that again. Oh, just about kept in.
He does a great job. Knee goes down first, makes that first point of contact, and then slides through well. And as a result, sometimes you don't have all of the right executions.
So Powerline, with a fantastic break on the inside of that zone. The Hannah sisters running this point so far. Oh, pits it a bit too far though for Brown.
The release point a little bit low.
And Bauer picking up. Doesn't have many options, but does have a reset, almost throwing a Callahan. Back with Bauer. He goes deep. There are two Powerline players there, and Landesman rips it out of the sky. Hannah and Landesman get it moving. Now with... And there goes that huck again. Absolutely perfectly placed to Lauren Hannah, one of the standout Powerline players, and that's the game for San Diego, 15-8.
What a run by Lauren Hannah. And Brown sees as soon as Lauren starts to go to the end zone, she's got steps. And even with the help defense from the Mufabots player, I will credit the Mufabots player there. Once he sees that Lauren has great positioning to the disc, he does not make a dangerous bid or a play that would cause any contact, because he knew he couldn't make that play at the disc.
Yeah. And there we have both teams lining up, giving the high fives. And what a game we've seen here, Emmy.
And San Diego Powerline started the game strong, and they never really looked back the entire time. They took half, and then in the second half just kept climbing their lead more and more.
In a very competitive way, but now Mufabots will be pulling to the Powerline, and there's their captain, Koo, just straight away fielding to Barry. A lovely swing onto this side with Brown. Brown taking a deep shot. Oh, and well defended there by Mufabots. Goes high, and the disc just floating over the defender. And now we're back with Powerline, who go deep straight away. Reeled it in. Number 21 there. Fantastic read. That's Kendrick Koo. Now with Brown. Oh no, fantastic inside shot. There the goal for Daniel Landsman, and another break for San Diego, up 3-0. FSU, but again, there's that strike down the middle. I think that's the sort of position that Mufabots need to be in. And a lovely lefty backhand. This time, they do connect to number 31, Mariana Malin. And that's the first goal, and it's exactly what Mufabots needed. Nice little handler movements here from Powerline. And there we go, they've broken through. Koo. And that's it, that's the point. I didn't even see they moved so quickly. I can't even see who scored it. I think it's number 5.
Yes.
Who appears. And well taken on, a fantastic grab. This time definitely in for Isaac Wasserman of Mufabots. Now still down, but the score is 4-2. Brown going all the way around. That's a very well placed disc to Koo. Koo offsets to Brown. Koo and Brown just playing together, and we're knocking on the door now. Koo has a few options, but goes all the way around across the field. That's an absolute throwing clinic there to go up 5-2 from Powerline. So Roundabout gets it tapped in that corner, and this is a hard place to be. But makes it look easy to 22, Ian McCoskey, and a hold. Koo centers to 24. Now with Landesman with a deep shot. 3 passes into Brown. Easy goal for Powerline. Now up 6-3. With Koo. Koo gets into Hannah, who just keeps on hold of it. Oh, and she punches one in to number 4, Michael Dykes, and that's another break for Powerline. That reset. And potentially just rushes that continuation throw, giving it back to Mufabots.
And really good heads-up defense from Seaborn to run through it, get that D right on the goal line.
And a deep shot now. That's Seaborn looking for the double happiness, and he takes it by Powerline. Now with Brown, and he of course is looking deep. Landersman sprinting, got to get high, and he does, bringing it down emphatically for half.
One-handed snag. Landesman and Brown, quite the connection.
Maybe Peterson, nice inside shot, but Malin, just gets behind the Powerline defender and lofts one up. Well taken there by Ranabat. Shoves it in the end zone. And that's that hold that Mufabots were searching for. Number 23 there, Erica Collin with the goal.
I think it makes sense, too, for what happens.
Immediately getting it to Landersman, who's looking deep. A streaking end zone for the number 5. She's playing a fantastic game.
18-year-old Owen Schaff is able to get it back. And you just see that control in the end zone offense for Koo to register his 3rd or 4th goal of the game.
Very good heads up.
I cannot speak for that.
That sounds crazy. Well, I'd like it verified, but that sounds crazy. Anyway, Mufabots taking a fantastic deep shot. Wind has picked up once. Oh, and a fantastic battle in the air. But 87, Jacoby Seaborn is having a fantastic game. Centers, quite deep receivers here. But Brown coming under. Looking deep and immediately rips one. Lauren underneath it. Perfectly read. Front of that. With Seaborn now in the middle. Back to Wasserman. Wasserman looking for Seaborn. But well read there by number 19, Nina Ranabat. And there we go, our man, Seaborn with the goal.
Valiant second attempt.
Oh, very good down the line cut from Landersman. Striking into that power position. Goes to Hannah, she bids. And I think she's in for a fantastic read and a great bid.
Can get up and readjust.
And takes a fantastic inside shot to Cloutier. Cloutier gets it into the end zone. Can't see who received it, but fantastic. Another fantastic break there for Powerline.
That was Molly Schwartz. Jacqueline Rusher, a 15-year-old freshman on the team. Just amazing, the calm and composure.
Oh, and a super placement there from Hannah into Koo. Well played there, Powerline, to take another break, 14-7. Oh, and a scuba. I haven't seen how many of them, but absolutely batted out of the sky there. I think that was I actually can't tell which number it was, but fantastic D there. Oh, it's Russia once again. Oh, and Bila just rushes that throw, the wind pushing it down.
So the wind is picking up, but both teams seemingly able to take or wanting to take more risky shots.
An absolutely huge goal there for Wasserman. So Powerline, with a fantastic break on the inside of that zone. The Hannah sisters running this point so far. Oh, pits it a bit too far though. Brower, he goes deep. There are 2 Powerline players there, and Landersman rips it out of the sky. Hannah and Landersman get it moving. Now with, and there goes that huck again. Absolutely perfectly placed to Lauren Hannah, one of the standout Powerline players, and that's the game for San Diego, 15-8.